What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Post Credit Chat. My name is Mark, and this is Sam. Today, we got a lot of exciting things to talk with you guys about, including Pokémon Z-A. We finally got that. We got the ROG Xbox Ally X. A Horizon Zero Dawn movie is planned and slated for 2027. GTA 6, a conversation you've probably had before. How much should this game cost? We will give you all the information that we have right here, but remember, you can find us at all of our other socials at Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, X, and YouTube, all at the social handle of Post Credit Chat. Before we kick it off, Sam, we got to do a game. Can't not do a game. We're going to be doing a blind ranking. And here's going to be the category of it is the most immersive worlds in gaming. Okay. This might sound a little boring and like I'm giving you a little cheat sheet, but there's no caveats. There's no like crazy throw offs. Like I'm not trying to screw you over with an answer. It's just simply, let's talk about some fun. I'm being serious, and you will find out at the end of it. We're just going to see how good you are at placing these in order.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
All right. Categories: most immersive worlds in gaming. The first one, and by the way, I'm assuming you have played all of these games. So we'll start with that. First one, let's do Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, gosh. I mean, immersive?
And I don't know how we do we want to say like immersive for you or just for the player?
Overall let's just say immersion for the player.
Yeah, overall.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a 1, right? I hate to do that early, but shoot, I mean, that game's like the game itself is already like a 10 out of 10. It's so good.
It is. I wanted to give you this one. I'm giving you bangers. I'm just telling you that.
Bangers only? In that case, I'll go 2. But it is really good. And
I'm not trying. If you think it's 1, keep it at 1. I'm just letting you know.
There are a few games that I might put ahead of it.
Okay. Next is going to be we did Red Dead Redemption 2. Sorry. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Ooh. Yeah, honestly, I think this is a good, 3 for me. There are a few things, and I think this could just be the way the game is presented that makes it less immersive. I wouldn't say that it's not immersive, but there are certain mechanics and things that kind of happen in the game where it's like, it takes you out of it a little bit, I guess. It's not bad, but not as good as Red Dead.
It's an immersive world. For me, the weapon breaking always took me out of it. I hated the weapon breaking mechanic, and then the stamina.
Yeah.
The stamina for me as well.
I agree 100% with the stamina. The weapon breaking I also hate, but it's immersive. It's like, that's realistic.
It is, yeah.
So as much as it sucks, it's like, it's kind of immersive. But the stamina always pisses me off.
I felt less immersed when those things happened.
Well.
Okay, so Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, number 3?
Yeah, number 3.
Skyrim is going to be the third game.
Yeah, listen, Skyrim's 1. I'm biased. I'm extremely, extremely biased. And I know that. Skyrim's 1.
This is your game. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Everything about that world, is just so, well planned. It's cool.
Do you remember how many hours you put into that game?
Yeah, it's well over 300.
Okay.
So, again, a little biased. I think I've played through the whole game probably over a dozen times now.
Is this still immersive today?
I think so. I think that mods kind of help. At least as far as graphics and keeping it looking up to date.
Okay.
But I still think it's it holds up. I mean, you have people, and part of the reason that people still play is because we haven't gotten another Elder Scrolls entry in 14 years.
We did get the Oblivion remake.
That's true.
But that's obviously a remake. It's not like a new entry. But it does feel like a really good, fresh coat of paint. At least.
It's better than a coat of paint to me. They changed a lot of really good stuff.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, still. You give us Elder Scrolls 6 and we can talk. But
okay. So we got Red Dead Redemption 2 at 2. Breath of the Wild at 3. Number 1, Skyrim.
That's it.
So
number
1 Skyrim. 2 Red Dead.
I see what I hate. Worlds are terrible.
Yeah, so you left the bottom 2 for the last.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, that one would probably go above Breath of the Wild for me, but I'm going to put it at 4.
Okay.
Cyberpunk, after they made all their changes and made the game playable, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's a excellent game. Like, you can see the vision that was there when it released.
It is an excellent game. They did a good job with it. Obviously, we don't appreciate broken games when they release, but
Not
once
at
they
all.
got it back on track, like you said, great game. All right, your fifth most immersive game is Elden Ring. Is that true? Would you place that somewhere else?
That would probably be my number 3. Um,
So what would be your 4? Cyberpunk? And then Breath of the Wild last?
yeah, if I were ranking it like not blind, that's probably how it'd go. Again, there's bias because I love Elden Ring, but
Yeah.
also the world is interesting. It's detailed. It's like fun to explore everything, and everything feels like cohesive and part of the same system.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Not a bad game on this list. And I told you I was going to be nice. I gave
You
you all
were.
bangers.
You were
So
nice. I was scared that you were lying.
I can see why you would have thought that, but I did not lie. Awesome. Well, hey, moving on. Let's get to our first story. Pokémon Z-A, the game is out. This game is getting a lot of attention right now. And I think part of it is, hey, we've got some diehard Pokemon fans out there. We also have some people who are just hungry for more games on their Switch too,
Yeah.
right? And this is a game that's also released on the Switch 1. But any excuse to get another big game on a Switch 2, people are gonna go for it. And I think we've seen a lot of that take place. So the conversation is big right now online as far as Pokemon Z-A goes. Sam, you have this game. Give me your overall first impressions.
Dude, I'm loving it.
Nice.
Yeah, there's going to be some flack for this. I think people have their opinions about the game. I'm really enjoying it. It's
Okay.
good. It's a good time.
What is like, well, I don't know. Let's do this. How many hours into the game are you?
Right now I'm about 17,
Wow.
16 to 17. Yes.
So you're a good ways in then.
Quite.
Okay. What has stood out to you, I guess, from Pokemon Z-A to other past Pokemon games? What are some things you like? What are some things that you find are not working?
Ooh. So what I do like is the combat. Something that I don't really love about some of the older Pokemon games is how slow they are.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it feel like the action's a little more like in your face. And while there are issues with like animations and it being like kind of unpolished in some areas, it's still fun. Like the combat, like the ways that you fight other Pokemon are just super cool. It's well done.
Cool.
But
And
what's-
there's a lot of people talk about the comp.
Yes, and I think that that's like the big shining like cool part about this game. Everything else is like, you know, your standard Pokemon game, but that's what like differentiates it from the rest of the series.
Would you say, like, because previous Pokemon games, the combat was more turn-based? Is that right?
But yeah, 100%.
This is not that.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so the way it works is like your moves are on cooldowns instead of like you get one move per turn. Yeah. So it's interesting. You get like, you know, probably 4 to 8 second cooldowns per move. You can dodge enemy attacks, stuff like that. So it's a lot more like fluid. It feels like an actual battle instead of let me just sit here and wait for you to hit me.
So the battle's cool. Talk to me about like the in-between though. Like when you're running around exploring, does that world feel like a good world to go explore? I know there's like a lot of customization where you could go change your outfit. And is that like something you dabbled in, or is there not? What else did you like about this game, I guess?
So for me, the customization isn't really my thing. I kind of just did my initial character and I've been running with that. I know a lot of people have been really praising the character customization, but
Right.
I haven't gotten too into it.
Okay. You just want to play.
Yeah, I'm kind of at that point. For me, it's like, let me go, because the way that this game is set up, it's just one city is what you're playing in. And there's like these zones in the city where the Pokemon are and you can go and catch them, stuff like that. And it's really well done in that regard. Kind of speaking to running around, I hate like jumping on the bandwagon, but it does look kind of like a GameCube game or like a PS2 game. There are some things that look really good, and then there are some things that's like that is a flat texture, like you might as well have just drawn this on a wall, you know?
Right. And that's kind of been a complaint for Pokemon games in the past, is the graphics have never really stood out to be anything that stood out from other games, right?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And this is especially when they kind of moved into doing 3D Pokemon games instead of like the classic pixel 2D games, or even like the blend ones kind of on the 3DS that they had.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and honestly, everyone wants to say Game Freak, like, why did you make this game look so bad? Because if it looked better, I think it'd be, people would like it a lot more.
Right.
But it's not a Game Freak issue.
Okay.
You look at some reports, and it's like, well, Nintendo apparently paid them like 12 million to make this game. Which, if you know anything about the games industry, that's like not a lot of money at
That's
all.
pretty small.
That's like no money. And so Game Freak didn't have a lot to work with. They released another game back in June, and their graphics are like unreal. It looks incredible. So I don't know. I'm kind of at a point where it's like, well, Nintendo should know that Pokemon's a massive IP. Let's dump some more cash into it.
Right.
But
I think if they don't get the picture by now that people are asking for that, I mean, that's not something that's new. People have been asking for that for quite some time now.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, why aren't they doing that? It's probably a simple answer to this, but I mean, Nintendo's Nintendo. Quite rarely do they do what the fan base want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or when they do give you, Mario 64 on the Switch, you're getting the Nintendo port. Or the 64 port. So you're not getting anything like. So anyways, all that to say, yeah, I understand. I mean, somebody who's not a Pokemon guy totally understands at the same time that, hey, the fans have been wanting this, and what's happening? What's going on? Why aren't they getting, the up-res graphics that they've been looking for this whole time?
And it ultimately comes down to Nintendo saying, we can make so much money, let's see how little we can spend on it.
That's fair. I guarantee that's part of the conversation. Kind of going back a few seconds ago, though, like somebody, again, like myself, who is not a Pokemon guy. Sam, I've never played a Pokemon video game, and I'm not the only one. There's other people out there who have also not played a Pokemon game. So tell me, is this a game for people who've never played Pokemon before to jump in on? Do you think someone could jump in on this game and have fun and kind of understand and learn like what a Pokeball is and the battles, why these happen, things like that?
Yeah, 100%. Actually, I think that this is one of the best games that they've ever made that you could just jump straight into.
Okay.
I think this is actually going to be kind of a critique and a praise for this game. The good part is, yeah, you've never played Pokemon, you're unfamiliar. It gives you absolutely everything you could possibly need to understand the game and the mechanics and all that. The bad part is that if you already know the game, you're playing, I kid you not, the tutorial takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through. Yeah. It was a slog, and it almost made me put down the game.
That's brutal.
It was really bad. It's like there's a character that you kind of have to follow to different areas of the city that you're playing in, and you can't like free roam until you do all these things. It's like, no, you can't go that way, even though I can see it and there's nothing blocking me. The character's like, oh, you have to turn around, and it makes you. So again, could be good for people who need to learn the game, but it's also like, man, because I stayed up till midnight to play this game. Like, I was really excited for it, and it's like, so this first hour and a half that I played the day it came out, it was just like tutorial. I didn't get to do any of the fun stuff.
No, that's a bummer, man, to hear that. It makes me think of, this is not a tutorial, but the beginning of, what game is it? Like Wolfenstein 2 had like a really long intro and you can't skip it.
Yes.
Same thing with Metal Gear Solid. Gosh, which one? I mean, to be honest. Yeah, I think it is 5. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 had like a really long intro as well. Anything where you're like doing something for like a really long time in the beginning of a game, not, and it's not something that you would enjoy as a player. Like that's just that's less immersion, kind of pulls people out of it.
Agreed.
But I mean, also we understand like video games are a form of art, and like these people want to tell a story. I don't know that you would consider like a tutorial like storytelling. So
no, not at all, actually.
What about multiplayer? Any multiplayer in this?
There is. I haven't really played it yet. I'm interested in it, but to me, Pokemon games are less about like multiplayer combat and more about let me just hop into this game, catch some stuff, evolve some stuff, and be cool. Or like shiny hunting. That's kind of my thing.
Okay.
But
shiny hunting.
Yeah. Get that rare stuff. But I did see that they lock some stuff kind of behind playing ranked. So to get certain like items and certain like Pokemon, you have to play ranked.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure how I feel about that. But
that's a pretty interesting dynamic. All right.
Yes.
I mean, it's not interesting dynamic, I guess, but it sounds like it's a little off the beaten path of what you're making it sound like they've done before in previous games.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
What would you give this game on our 1 to 20 point scale
I'm gonna
so
be
far? I
honest
mean,
with
obviously
you.
you haven't beaten it yet, but
Yes,
just from what you
absolutely.
played so far.
From what I played, I mean, the thing is, it's like I'm even like, man, I kind of want to go play it right now. You know,
Yeah.
I think from a gameplay standpoint, I give it like an 8.5 or a 9. Like it's
Nice.
really,
Whoa.
really fun. But if I'm accounting for visuals as well, I mean, shoot, it probably goes down to like a 6 or maybe a 5.5. So
Everything rolled in one, you give this game a 5.5.
gosh, that sucks. I give it a 6. Rolled into one, I give it a 6.
Okay. But
But
just
gameplay
because,
really freaking good.
yeah, I mean, just because you give a game a 6, I mean, someone might hear that and say like, oh, he gives the game a 6. He's saying the game is bad, and that's not true,
Oh.
right? Like, doesn't mean the game is terrible. It just means, hey, we got to kind of look at the whole big picture of the game and also speak for not just us, but maybe what other players might see as well.
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, I think 6 is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that game being a 6. I mean, it's going to make money. You love the game, obviously. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Moving on, ROG Xbox Ally X is now out in the wild, Sam. People are getting their Xbox Ally X's, and it's, gosh, I got to say, I'm a little jealous. I want one. But, man, these things are $1,000 and expensive. Well, I guess, what is it? $699 for just the regular Xbox Ally is $700.
Yeah.
I've got a Steam Deck OLED. From what I've heard, it's not worth investing into that one, but I would obviously want to go with the Xbox Ally X. People are enjoying the handhelds, that they are liking them. But what we are seeing is that this is not necessarily the handheld that Xbox promised what it was going to be. It's not a console in your hand. It is still a PC. It very much so is. No matter how much Xbox wanted to push that narrative saying this is, an Xbox. And I get it. I get where they're going with that. But you can't say this is an Xbox when you have people out there shopping for these handhelds that don't necessarily know what a PC handheld is. I guess when you think about somebody shopping for their, for their kids, right? And like, Dad, I want an Xbox. And they go to buy an Xbox and they're like, oh, wait, but this is an Xbox. Bring it home and, the little kid doesn't even know how to get the thing booted up, right? And I don't have one. I mean, they might make it very easy for him to do, but at the same time, one thing I heard from somebody is all the best parts and the worst parts of Windows. It's still there. You get the Xbox home button, and it goes to the Ally X Xbox home screen of whatever that version is, but at the end of the day, is still all the best and the worst parts of Windows. So you are a Windows user. That's how you play your games on your PC. Talk to me, I guess, what do you think the best and the worst parts are that you would probably guess they are, I guess, on the Windows handheld? What do you think the people on the Xbox Ally X, what do you think they're running into that, man, I thought they might fix this and they didn't? And then what do you think are the things that they're like, what does Windows do well with gaming?
See, I kind of wonder. I guess, if I'm being honest, I wasn't aware of how much Windows integration there would be on the Ally X. If I had to guess, I mean, a number one thing that people have beef with on Windows is security, especially recently because they discontinued their security with Windows 10 because there's no more updates for it. So I'd imagine this runs some variation of Windows 11, if that sounds right. I don't know. The nice part is that you can play whatever you want, pretty much without restriction. And I think that's kind of the point of the Ally X is you can play whatever you want, palm of your hands kind of deal. But that being said, if you have a whole 2 operating systems, from what I can what it sounds like, you have Xbox and then a Windows OS. It just seems kind of clunky to me, maybe.
And I think that's kind of what a lot of people seem to be running into, is that they thought that making this an Xbox, you get rid of that clunkiness. You get rid of having to go to PC mode. Even here on my Steam Deck, right? I love this thing and I rarely need to go into desktop mode to have to do what I want to do. Now that option's there. I can do that. If I want to go install Discord, I could go to desktop mode and make that happen. If I want to install Chiaki, I could go do that in desktop mode. But Steam Deck, you could get it, boot it up, and you don't really ever have to go to desktop mode to do anything that is required for you to play it, at least. It sounds like when there's updates, you still have to go to, the Windows version of desktop mode. You got to go do the updates there, and then you could go back and do it. I heard there might have been some issues with like sleep mode, kind of like how Nintendo Switch 2 and even like Steam Deck does the same thing. Like you can hit the power button at any point in your game on a Switch 2, on a Switch, or even Steam Deck, and it powers off, but it also just puts your game into like rest mode, and you could turn it back on and pick up right where you're at in your game. Can't do that with the Ally X is what it sounds like. I could be wrong.
Whoa.
That's what it sounds
like. Horrible if that's the case.
I agree. I think there is a workaround for that, but man, I don't think I'm wrong on that. It's just from what I've heard. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong from what I've heard from people. Let's see here. Overall, I thought on this because I love PC gaming. I would love. I'm not a PC gamer. I would love to have a PC one day, but I'm a big handheld gamer, and having the OLED, having the Switch OLED, having the Switch 2, like I want this thing. I want the Xbox Ally X, but this thing can't run all of your games. You're not going to be able to play GTA 6 on this because this is going to be, it's a Game Pass machine. GTA 6 is not coming to Game Pass, at least anytime soon. And you can't just buy it on your Xbox, from my understanding, and run it on this. Like you're going, because it's not going to be released for PC. It's for Xbox console and PlayStation. Yeah.
Whoa.
So, I mean, you're not going to be able to play GTA 6 on this. Even if you could, and it was released for PC, there's no shot at the Ally X running GTA 6 well.
Yeah. That's a joke.
I could be wrong on that, but I just don't think I am. Like, people, even with the Ally X, are seeing some things that are hard to set up for some of the current games. And it's not that it's not running. You can run, I think, most current games fine on it, but there's tweaking you got to go do with it. And, that's only going to get more cumbersome as newer games come out. So, sorry, what were you going to say?
I don't remember, but that just seems like garbage. Like,
yeah,
buying a brand new console, handheld, whatever, and then not being able to play like some of the new huge games coming out is just bogus. Like, nobody wants that. If I'm going to buy something and say, I'm going to drop $1,000 on this, it better be able to run anything that I freaking want, no matter what.
Yeah, well, and I saw this. Gosh, who did this video? I'm not trying to take anyone's credit, and I feel bad I'm about to say this. I don't think it was Wolfden. It was him, or I think it was Austin on YouTube. Austin was saying something along the lines of like, there's really like lower end like handhelds, and then there's high end handhelds. It's not really like a middle ground right now, right? We are seeing the Steam Deck age out, but people still gravitate towards the Steam Deck. They love that thing. It's very affordable right now. You could go get an LCD model, $400, maybe $350, maybe even cheaper than that if it's refurbished. But yeah, I mean, there's not like the entry level to handheld gaming is very marginal right now. I mean, people were not happy with the Switch 2 pricing that came out. And then all of a sudden, when everybody started, going up on their prices, the Switch 2 price was all of a sudden a very attractive console. You could look at the higher tier ones and you've got, the Legion 2. That thing is insanely expensive. I think that's $2,000 if I'm not mistaken.
You
got the Ally X, which is $1,000. And even my OLED, I think the OLED was around 600-ish, something like that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I mean, what's cool about this is I am going to be able to play GTA 6 on this via cloud. It's cool because I have the PlayStation app on here to where I can play GTA on my PlayStation and stream it from there to my Steam Deck. And it does it perfectly well. It's just like the PlayStation Portal, but it doesn't use any of the internal hardware of the Steam Deck OLED. It's all Wi-Fi. And so there's no like struggle for it to like, no fans running to keep the game running smoothly. So not trying to spend too much time on it, but it's just really cool that we can make that console operate very well, I guess I could say.
Heck yeah.
With the higher end games. Well, cool. Xbox Ally X, it's out in the wild. We hope to see updates with this thing as time goes on, and man, maybe even a discount. So your boy could go get one. I would love that. Next, Horizon Zero Dawn is planning a movie to be released in 2027. Sam, do you care about this?
No.
I don't either. Moving on. GTA 6 is going to be how much money would you say? Let's talk about it, because when the Nintendo Switch 2 released, they obviously co-released that with Mario Kart World. Here's kind of the quote that Nintendo put out there, is that, people were a little frustrated and upset with Mario Kart World being the price that it was. And then you get the game and it feels a little bit empty with the open world. The races, like obviously you do them and you're done with them. And there's replayability there, but only so much. But this is a game that needs to kind of work for a lot of people. But still, at the end of the day, when we look at the price of what it cost, people were a little confused. Nintendo kind of put this out there, the statement. They said pricing is done case by case based on a game's value. So I'm not necessarily bringing this up to say, hey, let's rehash Mario Kart World and let's talk about the pricing of that. But something I do think is worth talking about is, and a conversation that will continue to happen until the day we find out how much it's actually going to be, is what is going to be the cost of GTA 6. This game is going to shake the world. It is. And we're not just trying to be dramatic. We're not just trying to simply say this to say it, but this is going to be a big game for sure.
Yeah.
So talk to me, I guess. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, what is the most you would pay for GTA 6 when it releases? And you're kind of in a weird place because you're a PC player. You have a Switch 2. But it's not going to release on Switch 2. There's no shot.
No way. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to be honest. I struggle with 70 for games right now. 70 is high.
It is. Would you struggle with 70 with GTA 6, though?
That's the thing. I don't think I would, And that's the crazy part. I don't think I would. 80 is a lot of money. 80 is a lot.
But would you struggle with GTA 6?
I would get it for 80. I think, dude, this sounds insane, but like 100 probably would be my breaking point.
Oh, okay.
I would get it for 100.
100. Let me ask it to you this way, in a little bit different way, but like, would you spend $100 on GTA 6 and not?
I would blank for sure, like a bunch of times.
Blanking. Okay.
Yes, but like I'd still get it. Like, this is all contingent on it being good. Like, I think it will. Is the thing.
It's going to be good,
but I'm not gonna,
because it has to be good.
Yeah, and I think Rockstar knows that. Yeah.
They do know that. It needs to be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I would pay $100, Sam, and I wouldn't blink. I wouldn't bat an eye.
Just straight down. You just drop 100. Man, I
would drop $110 on this.
But would you drop 120, Mark?
I think I would, but I would blank.
What would you be? You're like,
This is what I'm saying. Like, if Rockstar comes out and says the game is going to be $120, I'm going to be a little frustrated by that number. But Sam, I'm playing this game. I'm playing that game. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting.
I agree. We are the problem with the game industry.
Yeah. I don't apologize. I invest in what I enjoy, and people in the comments go ahead and say it. Like, you're part of the problem. Like, why would you pay that's crazy. And it's like, I don't give a rip what you think of me. Like, I am excited for this game. And there's a lot of people who would spend $120 on this game. There's also a lot of people who would not. And that's fair. Like, I don't fault you for that. I don't fault people for not wanting to spend $70 on a game right now, $80. Like, but yeah.
Yeah. And I think something that is maybe a little bit relieving for this case, I think they want to keep the game accessible, I don't think they're going to put it at some price point that's like, I don't think they would do 100, just because that's not an accessible price point for most people,
You don't think they'll do 100?
I don't. I think 90,
so let's have that
80
conversation.
to 90 is my guess.
Let's have that conversation. How much do you think GTA 6 will cost? Because I think this game could be $100.
Expect 90, I think, is what I think it's going to be. And I only say that because, one, I think Rockstar knows they can charge a lot for it. Mm-hmm. Two, you cannot tell me that this game is valued the same as Black Ops 7. It's just not. Like,
hold on. I think a lot of people are hearing what you're saying, though. It might be thinking it's backwards. You were saying this is worth more than Black Ops 7, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Significantly.
Now, what you were not saying is the value is not comparable. Black Ops 7 is more valuable. That's not what you're saying.
No. I'm just saying, like, Black Ops 7 is going to be $70. We know that.
Right.
GTA can't be that price. And Rockstar knows that. Because
and Xbox is going to move up to $80 soon.
Is it really?
Microsoft is going to hit they did that for Outer Worlds too. It was going to be, or is it I always mix those two. Outer Worlds.
Outer Wilds.
I think it's Outer Worlds.
They pushed something to 80? Uh-oh. Dude, I'm going to be too poor to play video games.
Outer Worlds too. LOL.
Man.
No, it was released as $80 or announced to be $80. Then they got a lot of backlash and then they backtracked down to 70. So it's going to be a $70 game. But what I'm saying is that $80 is not gone. They're going to come back to $80 with future games down the road. Probably 2026 would be my guess.
Oh.
Forza, the next Halo Combat Evolved. What's the engine? Unreal Engine that they're doing? That's 100% going to be $80. The next Gears E-Day, $80. Yeah, sorry, getting a little off topic, but back to what you were saying. You were just kind of comparing like Black Ops and GTA.
I just don't think Rockstar knows that they're doing something primo, you know?
Yes.
So they're going to charge for it.
We're excited. I think there's a lot to look forward to with that. Kind of moving on, Sam, to our radar. Typically, we keep radar for things we're looking forward to, and that's what I want to do my best to do here. But some exciting news as well. It looks like James Bond First Light, the developers, IO Interactive, might have found somebody to do, or already have, found the person, but it looks like it has been leaked who the singer is going to be for the theme song of James Bond First Light. James Bond movie, you know, whenever they release one, it's always a big deal. Like the theme song is always like an exciting thing. And, you know, they're always, you know, Sam Smith did one, Adele did a song, Paul McCartney did a song. There's been a lot of great, you know, renditions of different Bond opening theme songs. But it looks like Lana Del Rey is going to, and I have no idea who that is. I went and plugged her name into Apple Music, played a little bit. She's got a great voice. And I think she could have a really great
Wait,
Bond
you don't
voice.
know who that is?
No idea who Lana Del Rey is.
That's crazy. I'm excited for this. I think she's extremely
talented. Do you know who
talented.
Lana Del Rey is? Or are you just
I
BSing
do,
me?
yes. No, I'm not messing with you, dude. I actually really like her music.
Okay, well, let me go back and look real quick. Is there a song I should know by her?
Yeah, there's probably so many that you know by her.
She's literally got a song called Video Games.
Yeah. That's crazy. I would have totally thought you'd heard of her.
Never heard of her.
That's crazy. She's like super, super, super popular.
She's got a great Bond voice.
I 100% agree.
I'm
saw
here for
this
this
on your like outline. Yeah, dude, that's huge.
Okay. Well, I don't feel bad for not knowing her, but I am definitely excited that you're excited about this. So
I'm just trying to reiterate that I think it's a good choice.
Yeah, I think sounds like she'll do a great job. So we'll see. But I mean, even then, I'm excited for that game overall. But it's cool to see that they're, you know, taking this seriously. So the opening theme, that's going to be exciting. Moving on, Marvel Rivals. I like Marvel Rivals at a very surface level, kind of like if it's like, hey, we have 8 friends that want to load up into a game on the same night, then yeah, let's go jump on Marvel Rivals. I'm not upset about it. How many people can you have on a team? Is it 8?
5.
Is it 5? Okay, whatever. 5 friends. Who gives a crap?
6.
6.
Fine.
6. It could be 22. I would not give a rip. But they're getting a PvE Zombies mode, and it launches on October 23rd. And this is going to be as a Season 4.5 update ahead of Season 5. So November 14th, we also have Gambit and Rogue dropping, which is going to be a cool addition to the Marvel Rivals roster. But this is exciting, a PvE Zombies mode where it's like you and your friends just fighting off hordes of zombies. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I'd be 100% down to jump into that. You wouldn't play it? I would jump into it.
If I have friends playing, I'll play it. Yeah.
My thing is, I just don't want to have to play with 5 people. Like, can it just be like you, me, and somebody else? Like, I'd be cool with that. Or just you and me go face like a horde of zombies, but Marvel? Dude,
maybe.
I'm in on that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Get me out of Apex a little bit, you know?
Absolutely. That's what the next thing is for.
That's what the next thing is for. You're correct. Great segue. Battlefield 6 Battle Royale is right around the corner, Sam. A lot to look forward to with this one. The speculation is that it comes out near the end of this month. Do we have a date set in stone? Like by...
The leaked date is the 28th. So 9 days.
So when do we start talking about this? And I don't mean like just us. Like when do they start talking about this? My thought is
this week, right?
That's what I was going to say. Is this week you have to. So the 28th, let me pull this up. Not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. You can't do a shadow drop of this. You need to bring. When is Black Ops 7 release?
Yeah, it's like.
Or is it Black Ops 8?
It's the end of this month too, right?
So Black Ops 7. November 14th. So I mean, they need to talk about this. This can't be a shadow drop. You want to promote this. You want the world to know there's a battle royale in the mix. Battlefield has brought
Yes.
it. So I think they need to start talking about it this week. I think you're right. And I think we will hear something this week, to be honest. The only reason we would not hear something this week would be because it's not releasing at the end of this month. That'd be my speculation. If it's not releasing at the end of the month, then we don't hear about it this week. And then we just all get upset.
Yes, we do get, well, I hope that we get a trailer for like their season 1 of Battlefield 6, you know? Because like this is technically the 28th is their like season 1 launch.
That's right.
We're in like season 0 right now. So
I thought season 1 released at the beginning of November. Is it the end of October?
Yeah, 20.
Okay. Whenever it is. Yeah, I mean you are right. We are getting the season 1 for Battlefield. So, I mean they need to talk about this thing. But I mean, kind of moving on from that, you and I have been playing Apex Legends religiously, right? And we love the game. It's not like there's anything wrong with the game, but we are ready to kind of move on to something else. You and I have been playing Battle Royales together for a long time. I think we've had our short time in Fortnite, you know. We played Warzone a ton of
Everyone does.
That's fair. Warzone, and then even now at Apex. And in Apex, we've been on and off with, and not like a love-hate relationship. It's just, you know, we go jump to a new game, then we come back to Apex. Is this the game that pulls us away from Apex indefinitely, do we think?
I hope so. Honestly,
I hope so too.
I love Apex. I really do. They've made some decisions I don't love, and the game has gotten less fun because of it. And also, I just want something new. So let's see it. I hope it's good.
A Battle
I think it's
Royale,
gonna be a faster game, but
that's what I'm really. That's the question for me is what's this going to feel like? Because it's going to be slower than Apex, but can it be just as fast as Warzone? I'd be okay with that, even if it was a little slower than Warzone. I don't know that I would hate that, but you just need to add a little.
Pretty slow though.
Compared to Apex, I think it definitely was. I think just brutal game to get through compared calling it slow is Fortnite. I think Fortnite is so slow, in my opinion. Last time I played it, which was a year ago at least. But Warzone, I just running around with an SMG, slide canceling, it felt fast, you know, if you knew what you were doing. But I don't know that there's a slide cancel mechanic in Battlefield 6, and I'm wondering if there's going to be something like that in Warzone movement-wise to keep up with that.
Right. The campaign, or not the campaign, the combat, it has to be different. Because the way it plays in the game right now, they got to change it a little bit for Battle Royale.
They probably will. That'd be my assumption.
I hope so.
Well, cool. That's our radar. We got through some great stories with you guys today. A lot of good things to get off and talk about. Pokémon Z-A, Xbox Ally X, Horizon Zero. Well, moving on, GTA 6 and the cost of that. So yeah, we got to talk about some great things, and thank you for joining us, and hope you guys enjoyed the show. Remember, you can find us at YouTube, Xbox. Whoa, I'm going to go.
You can find us on the Xbox.
You can find us on the Xbox. You can find us on YouTube, X, Blue Sky, PlayStation. Let me get through this because people are going to get confused. They're going to go look us up on PlayStation now. You can find us on YouTube, X, Blue Sky, TikTok, and Instagram, all at the handle of Post Credit Chat. Give us a like, give us a follow, leave us a comment, talk to us. We love hearing from you guys online. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you guys later.